Who's there? Just my new intro. Yes, I have a new intro, but I feel pretty calm about it. I have an intro, swish, skirt, swish, swish, swish. Calm. Because I have an intro, yes I do, hoopla, get the slippers off so I don't fall and die. Oh, that old thing? That's just my intro. I have an intro, I have an intro, I have a totally bitchin' intro. Oh yeah, I have an intro, I have an intro. I'm just a bit giddy. I have an intro. Too hot in Spain to be doing this, but nevertheless really pumped about having an intro. My friend has been working on this since Christmas and he's a really talented graphics designer called Armindo. I met him in Japan. Hello Armindo, and my intro is so epically awesome now. I'm still working on getting the artwork into my various social medias, but we have the trailer, we have Hank, who is the bookworm, by the way. I called him Hank because the first time I saw Armindo's ideas for the design, he kind of looked like Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh from South Park. Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh, he loves me, I love you. Anyway, even though I only did a book haul about 1 week ago, because I have unexpectedly come back to Spain because I didn't have enough time to finalise all my plans in England before my free accommodation ran out, I've come back to Spain to finish finalising, which means that I was able to retrieve the rest of that book outlet order that I mentioned in my last book haul when I showed you Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookshop, so I can show you the rest of my books. First, the non-film tie-in cover of Warm Bodies by Marion, and I am gonna save this for reading around Halloween time because I believe it's about a zombie who falls in love, and I think that's amazing. We've got all kind of monsters falling in love with humans, and now we're gonna have a zombie, and I can't quite imagine myself investing in a relationship between a human and a zombie, so I'm hoping this will change my mind. Marion, I challenge you to change my mind. That was that one. Next is really beautiful. I told you I've been reading some mermaid books recently, and last book haul I hauled Deep Blue by Jennifer Donnelly. And now I've got Elizabeth Fama's Monstrous Beauty, which looks so good, and it's honestly so beautiful. I think I got this for like $2.99 on Book Outlet, although then I of course had to pay international shipping. And it says, when fierce mermaid Sirenka falls in love with a human named Ezra, she abandons her life underwater for a chance at happiness on land. The choice comes with horrific and deadly consequences. Generations later, 17-year-old Hester knows that love and death are inextricably linked for the women in her family. Is it an undiagnosed genetic defect or a curse? And so on. So this is obviously a love story, or, well, what starts as a love story in the past seems to have impact throughout the decades, throughout the generations of this family, and I like it when that happens. And underneath it's a very nice, quite pure ivory, so that's always nice. And this one, unlike some of my others, oh no, I lied. I was going to say unlike some of my others, this one doesn't appear to be damaged at all, but it does have some damage at the bottom there. I have to say I'm not liking Book Outlet when it comes to keeping my books undamaged. This one, however, is not from Book Outlet. This is from a seller on eBay called Wordery, who I've bought from a few times. Usually postage and packaging is free internationally, and the books are actually a good price. And they always arrive 5% off your next order and free delivery with wordery.com. So I recommend these people if you, like me, are having any issues with Book Outlets. I'll keep that in there, keep it safe. So I have read Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, but I don't own it, and I love mint green, and every time people hold this book up on their channels, I get major lust issues because I think it looks gorgeous. Although since buying this, I've seen it advertised on Amazon for like a limited edition one, which is pink, which I'm not so keen on, but apparently it has coloured pages as well. And then it has some kind of pull-out, so I'm kind of tempted to buy the special edition as well, and I think there's going to be a special edition of Eleanor and Park, but I've also just bought that in the original hardback. So actually the first time I saw the limited edition one, I believe it was on amazon.co.uk, it said that it was signed by the author, so I don't, because it's not saying that now, so I don't know if that means that they sold out of the signed ones, or if I'm imagining it, but let me know. I'd be really interested, because it looks gorgeous, even in the special edition, which is not mint green. Whew, I feel like I'm talking a mile a minute. Next, this is another one that I've seen on people's booktube channels. It is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, obviously by Lewis Carroll, but more particularly illustrations by Camille Garcia. And I think, whose channel did I see this on? Little Book Owl's channel, and it looked stunning. I mean, look at the book plates in there. Isn't that gorgeous? And again, like Tinder by Sally Gardner that I showed in my last video, I think this is going to be one of those books that you experience more than just read. By the illustrations, by the typography, they're doing interesting things with the type there. I'm very excited by this, and it's beautiful. Anything underneath? It's got an A for Alice underneath. However, the more beautiful one, also illustrated by Camille Garcia, which I got also on Book Outlet. This one came with a little bit of ruffling at the top here, which I don't like, but this one is perfect. This is Snow White by the brothers Grimm, and it's shorter, but it still has the same beautiful illustrations and even more interesting typography, I would say, because they've got more space to play with because it's not such a long story. And this, that naked book tag from Lainey's Top 5 Wednesdays that's been going around this week, this should be in that. Look at it. It's, yeah, it looks so good naked. You look so good naked. Oh. I love it when they do this. I love it when they just give you that little bit extra in a place where, you know, if you're not a real book enthusiast, you might not even bother to look under that jacket, but if you are and you find a hidden gem like that, it's so rewarding. Next, another book that I'm hoping to read for summer, and it has a really cute cover, is Meant to Be by Lauren Morrill. This is, I'm reading My Life Next Door right now, and I think this might fill the same vein as that, although maybe slightly less serious. It's about a guy and a girl whose class are on a school trip, and they're kind of, you know, arch nemesises. They don't get along, basically, and obviously that's going to change in the course of this book. What do you look like naked? Oh, why do I even bother trying to do it nicely? Oh, see, I think that's nice. Yeah, happy with that. And the last one, I'll put that back on properly later. The last one I have to show you is, oh, hang on. Excuse me. This one is actually signed. I splashed out on the signed copy. And this one is also signed. This is The Girl Who Fell Beneath Fairyland and Led the Revels There by Catherynne M. Valente. I already own the first one, which is The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making. I haven't read it yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to love it, and I wanted to get the same size hardback version in it so that they matched each other. And again, it's signed somewhere. I swear, there. Quite a nice signature actually. Catherynne M. Valente, very cool. Valente, that's such a cool surname. Again, this one's a little bit ruffled. I'm too picky about my books really. And it's not anything special underneath, but again, as with the last one, I like that bold silvery font on the sides. And I think this one's got black and white picture plates inside at the start of each chapter. If you can see that, my camera's a bit further away today. So, there they all are. And hopefully my next video can be something other than a book haul, because I don't want you getting too used to them, because it ends here, frankly. Alright, so that's your lot. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy, but also comment below to let me know if you like my new intro and if you like Hank as much as I do, because I'm fairly well in love with him by this point. And it would be nice to think that now I'm kind of getting the aesthetics of it together, that my channel will start to be a little less higgledy-pickledy. I don't know if I've ever said that word before, higgledy-pickledy. Hopefully it will start to be less higgledy-pickledy now, but again, don't get your hopes up, because sometimes it's really difficult for me to film properly. So yes, alright, thank you, and see you next time, I hope. Bye bye!